So let's go ahead and do baseball summer here. And we're going to talk about, obviously, not the draft. Let's get set. Put me in cold. I'm ready to play today. And let's talk about our baseball summer series, week 2, all summer long. So we're starting here in the summer. We're talking about MLB and our minor league baseball. And this week, we're going to talk about not longer the Bowie Baysox, the AA affiliate for your Baltimore Orioles. The Bowie I know I was going to say it, the Chesapeake Baysox as well. All right, so the record I don't think is maybe a couple days old, but the Baysox, the minor league teams this year in the for the organization, not quite as good as we've been in more recent years. Not quite. Not quite doing what we were doing, but because the minor league system isn't quite as talented. But 23 and 27, I had that there. Roberto Mercado is the manager, fairly young guy as well. Brian Shillcross, a long-time Chesapeake Baysox general manager. Who's there? All right, so these are not the best performers, but some guys that are notable. One guy that's the Dominican Republic, Frederick Siscom as well. He was there last year. He's there again this year. Had some injuries as well. Probably why he hasn't elevated from AA to AAA. Can maybe get his average up as well. Kind of the same with Max Wagner, 42nd pick in 2022. I'm not even sure he's healthy right now to play, but definitely he has been playing second base as well, not just the third base. Wagner struggling a bit. As he's going up in level, struggling a bit. A lot of natural talent. Played liked him in Clemson. And Nestor German as well. Played in the spring breakout game, 23 years old, 11th round pick, steadily moving up. Not easy. You picked in the 11th round in there. So definitely moving up. Not as quite as good as the list we have here as far as guys. So, AA, who is there right now? Key performers, Creed Williams. We will not have Creed Williams slander on this podcast. Creed Williams, I think, is a very, very fascinating prospect. I think, is he going to catch in the major leagues and be this great catcher? Absolutely not. Is he going to be a great first baseman? Maybe. Outfielder? He's going to hit for power. And he keeps doing it. And people keep saying, well, still very young, 7 home runs, 21 RBIs, hitting 270. I think he's probably been one of their best players as well. He's not as highly sought of as a prospect. There's always, whenever I bring up Creed Williams and me liking Creed Williams, it's always this tone of, well, I know this guy's going to hit for power. I know that. I mean, so definitely shout out Creed Williams. I like him in terms of that. Will he be a great major league? I don't know. But certainly he can definitely hit with some authority as well. Definitely, I think he'll be in AAA. For sure. I think if he gets to AAA, I think you got to bring him up. I definitely think that's it. The number one prospect I think on this Baysox roster is Enrique Branfield, center fielder. Missed some games with injury, so I think he's just now working his way back. No home runs, 2 RBIs, 8 stolen bases, 257 average, legs player. Definitely, a lot of people think, and we'll see. I think he could be moving up to AAA even as soon as in a few weeks if he get himself healthy. Be the guy to actually be the one to replace Cedric Mullins in center field. A lot of people think that Bradfield can replace Cedric Mullins as early as 2020, as early as 2026. Even though he's in AA now, we'll see. I think Beavers may have something to say about that as far as that, but we'll see. Douglas Hodo, I think 24 years old, 4 runs, 12 RBI, stealing a lot of bases, using his great speed. A little bit older, not a great prospect per se, but again, he's doing well enough. I think he could continue to move up and get there. Jeremiah Jackson, same again, a little bit older, 24 home runs, 4 home runs, 19 RBI. Really, probably, I think he's the best power hitter there next to Creed Williams. Kind of been hitting in the middle of the order there as well for them. But I've seen him at 6'7" when I've seen the lineup cards with him. So we'll see. Ryan Long, I think, has been their best, has a good season for them. 25 years old. I think he's a little old for a prospect. I think like with him, good stuff. I think a reliever. I don't know if he's an MLB starter. I think if you move him up, I think we'll see. But he's 25 in Double-A. I'm not sure. Like you have a lot of long-term plans. Keegan Gillies, I think is fascinating. I think I see a lot of the makeup of him. This guy could be. You look at the ERA; it's microscopic. It's 0.76, 6 saves. Watching a lot of videos of him, like in the offseason training, things like that. Kind of a Felix Bautista makeup, maybe. I think he's a guy, even though he's kind of older, great arm. He can really get that thing like up to 99, etc. I could really see him with that type of profile. Felix Bautista, when they brought him up 3 levels during the course of the year. I definitely could see like a Keegan Gillies kind of do the same thing because he's really, really doing well this year at Double-A. So I think it's possible he can move to Triple-A pretty soon. And Braxton Bragg, I think might be the best pitching prospect in the Orioles organization right now. If it's not Michael Ferret, we're going to talk about here soon next week. But I think Bragg has been phenomenal. I think he's been the best pitcher this season in the minor leagues as well. 1.24 ERA, been dominant for sure. They're going to move him up. I mean, the way he keeps going, he's been really, really good as well. So I think Max and Bragg, I think definitely look, Orioles need to move up some pitching. You look for Michael Ferret, you look for Braxton Bragg, you look for Keegan Gilly, you look for guys. They don't have the top 100 prospects, so they may have to move up some guys that they don't like. I won't say don't like, or not as highly regarded. And hopefully that they come around. Look, DL Hall's gone. You may not have Grayson. They traded away some guys. These are going to be your guys that you're going to need. And I don't think you're going to spend a whole lot of money. So I think it's a possible we could see him in the MLB at some point. There you go. All right. So there it is. The Chesapeake Baysox as well. So definitely check that out as well. And baseball is going on all summer. Definitely check that out. Like I said, I'm going to a baseball game next Wednesday night. That's why we're doing the podcast on Thursday night as well. It's going to have a good time at the games with the fans. I usually go to one game at least. So I got tickets to go. So I'm going to go ahead and go there. So we're going to be meeting next Thursday night as well with that. He's been running a game on shares with me for about a month. Unbelievable time, Thibodeau. What was fire? I know I was supposed to say, but that was just crazy. Orioles report. All right, so let's go over this Baltimore Orioles the week that was. Movement here as well. Kobe Mayo is back. For those of you that didn't know, Kobe Mayo contract was selected as well. Jordan Adams also was selected from Norfolk. I thought that was just kind of weird, frankly. That we just talked about Bradfield, we talked about Dylan Beavers as well. So they kind of left him in the minors and brought Jordan Adams, and he really hasn't even played as of yet. Ryan Mountcastle goes on a 10-day DL, and Chadwick Tromp designated for assignment as well. So you bring guys up, you have to bring guys down. Bring up Kobe Mayo. How'd you like Kobe Mayo going ahead in the baseline and in the first game getting involved, knocking the White Sox guys? I loved it. There you go, Rook. It looks different too. He looks more confident. He looks ready to be here. I think so far, like what I've seen from Kobe Mayo as well. Hopefully we can get Mountie back pretty soon. Manny's really struggled this year. Try to get him right. So Kalana Perez was waived by the Orioles. We talked about that last week. So he's cleared outright waivers and now is in Norfolk. He accepted the assignment. So now he's pitching now for the Norfolk Tides. I think it's a chance he could get right. I think it's a chance that that Perez that can get on the right side of this thing as well. He's got a lot of talent. He's got a real electric arm. He really throws as well. He can't even relievers can't just rely on heat though. His off-speed stuff is just not consistent enough a lot of times. He can't just throw heat all the time. He's not that good. It's not like it's 100 plus or something like that where he can just throw heat all the time. He's got to develop other stuff. Orioles activate Colton Cowser. After a dominant rehab start, the Orioles designate outfield Cooper Hamill. I think I spent more time talking about being set up and down as I have on the team. So Cooper Hamill designated for assignment, both to make room on the 26-man roster and the 40-man roster. And Cowser was great last night, hit a home run, got right back in the thick thing. So Milkman, really good. Really bad to lose Colton Cowser. I think Cowser is really on the cusp being a really good player. I think it's really going to help the offense to have Cowser back as well. Hamel, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's going to be in Norfolk and be able to take him again as well. Feel bad somewhat for the guy because they've been really jerking him around as far as up and down without even having a real chance to play. Orioles are on a 4-game winning streak. Streak begins on May 30th and extends to June 3rd. Have not played tonight. Game's about to start here tonight. Recent victory against the Mariners on June 3rd. So haven't won 4 games all in a row all year. They're on a 4-game winning streak. 3 in a row against the White Sox. 1 right now against the Mariners. The pitching has improved exponentially in the last few games. The in a row quality starts from Eflin, Morton, Sagano, Trevor Rogers. Excellent quality starts from these guys. Offense, I think, is also starting to move a little bit. I think it's not as bad as it was. Holiday's growing right before us, as we know. Rushman, I think, was good in the last game, at least. And still, I don't think we're seeing nearly the potential from Gunnar and Adley like we should. O'Hearn's been phenomenal. Some stuff is starting to move. Have they dug too big of a hole for themselves? This is the question. And it's possible that they have too big of a hole for themselves as well. More cavalry. Jordan Hesberg with the hamstring has been elevated after playing a AAA game in Norfolk. Will be evaluated, rather. AAA game in Norfolk. We're just a couple days away from Jordan Westberg coming back in. So Westberg, I think, is going to be back, I would think, by this weekend. That's just a guess. But I think Jordan Westberg definitely clearing all the hurdles and getting him back. I think they'd love to get him back in here at third base at some point soon. Voting is officially underway for the 2025 All-Star Game at Truist Park, home of the Atlanta Braves. Definitely Holiday and O'Hearn. Everybody's talking about O'Hearn getting an All-Star Game. Look at it. Jackson Holiday might be the best second baseman in the American League. Hey, Holiday has been really, really good in the stretch. As we know, he's been growing right before us. And it is possible he could go to his first All-Star game. We'll see as well how the vote goes and everything like that, but it's possible he could get picked as an All-Star. Who's hot? Dylan Carlson, DC. Dylan Carlson. Felix Bautista, I think, has been good. Still doesn't look all the way right to me, but I think he's been solid. I think he's been solid enough to keep a job. And yes, that's right, Charlie Morton is on here. Charlie Morton was really good in his last start. Got a standing ovation, 6 2/3, really good in his last start. I think he's probably looks like he's straightened himself out, so good for him, Charlie Morton. So they don't have to waste $15 million. Kerstad was good in the game, I think, on Tuesday, but I think he's really been scuffling. I still have to keep him on this list, but hopefully we can get some more from Kerstad. Cano has really struggled As well. We're not seeing him also too in the eighth inning. I think you're seeing him a little bit less because he's really struggling. Hopefully, you get it right. If I got to see one more time Greg Soto in a high leverage situation, I'm gonna lose my mind. Why do you continue to go to him, especially in times when there's runners on base late in games, etc.? Why? Why do you keep doing it? And he keeps struggling. He keeps giving up these runs. Why do you? I don't understand that. So why go to somebody else? Well, it seems like every time they had a situation, they want to. The manager goes to Greg Soto. I don't get it. He's not doing well. And I'm calling them the Sacramento A's as well. So this week, the Orioles are going to be in Sacramento, and also to. Not Seattle, they already play Seattle, and Detroit, and the Detroit Tigers as well are going to be there. Detroit, I think the best record in all of baseball. I think the best pitching in all of baseball. I think they're really good. Sorry about the graphic with it. Like a situation is a complete mess. They're actually not that bad, but they're playing in a minor league stadium. I saw today a Bowie Brazil video like where they tried to get a guy who was injured on the field to the dugout. It's not in the dugout. It's all there. They got him on the cart. The cart ran out of gas. You're going to compete with the Yankees. Like, that's just stuff like that. It's just crazy. Player of the week. I got Brian Baker. I think he's been their best reliever this season. I think there's no question about it. Gave up some runs, not as 0.000 ERA. But, yeah, we're going to go with Brian Baker. I thought he was good. He had to save the other week. Last week, when they went Batista too many times, had the hold in the game last night. Brian Baker, player of the week. Absolutely. All right. Thank you very much. Enjoy the games, NBA Finals, a lot of good stuff going on. Definitely check us out next Thursday. One more time, Thursday, 8 o'clock for our broadcast. Driving to the Top Productions. I'll be on there pretty soon. Definitely check that out if you're watching this live here on our Twitter page and our YouTube page. Definitely check it out. Talking a little AFC North stuff. Thank you, and you have a great rest of your day.